I will not pretend about this. It is frustrating and very concerning to the country that levels of violence are rising amongst us. Some of the things you see shock you. And it's as though, in addition to the vulgarization of our basic values in society, we have moved beyond the levels of bestiality that are known, and the toxic masculinity that has crept in is destroying the very basis upon which we have built this society over a long time. It's unthinkable. So what we are dealing with here tonight and what we are seeing in the country, it may be stuff for studies, but it's stuff for very deep reflection and very deep thinking, and what we need to do. So from our end, let me start from our end, because we have the duty to deal with these things. We will not shirk, we will not hide. We will face the responsibility we have that we have to do. The DCI tells me, because up to now in the course of this year, we have 802 reported cases of violence against women and children. About 403 of them are against children. The rest are against women. Some of them have resulted in murders and rape and so on across the country. To the credit of the DCI and the police, 80% of the cases that have been reported, we actually either have the people in custody or we have taken them before a magistrate and they have been released on bond. And we are waiting for the conclusion of these cases. And noticing the challenges we've had in investigation over the years, the government has invested very heavily. You realize that when the president reorganized government, he moved the Crime Research Center and the government chemist to the Ministry of Interior because we want to put them together with the DCI. So that now, with our new investments in building an ultra-modern forensic lab, we are able to conclude investigations within a short time and bring people to meet with the law in the courts of law. Therefore, one, I support what our colleagues from civil society are asking here, and we need to have conversations with our colleagues in the judiciary, that we need to get together and look at how within the justice system, within the criminal justice system, we can set aside institutions that separately deal with these issues, so that we have, for example, a magistrate's court that addresses these issues directly, so that these cases can be heard on a day-to-day basis and concluded. It's neither fair nor right anyway to have families tortured with the pain of going to court day in, day out, and spending resources and going through the difficulties of engaging with an event that is not concluded. Because when a murder has not been concluded in a court of law, it remains an open wound, and it haunts families, and people stay with this for a long time. So we will do our part in ensuring that we support our colleagues and work with our colleagues in the judicial system, so that in the administration of justice, we actually can have an institutional attention to the challenges that we face today. Secondly, we have invested more resources. In the next intake of the police, we are even creating a special cadre of police officers. We will train, we are calling cadet police officers. We are going to take police officers who have higher expertise in investigation, some of them who have got training in law, so that we start building our capacities in investigation, so that we are not sent away from court every day, that our cases are not properly researched, and so on. And the DCI is working on this. We've worked together on a very solid curriculum, and when we begin the next phase of selecting police trainees, we will have a different group of people who will deal with this. I will admit to you, we have challenges because they affect even us in the police department. I see cases of young police officers, who are resorting to violence against each other, and some of them is as a result of challenges that we could deal with. As a result, the Inspector General of Police and the National Police Service has prepared a training program. The people we are appointing now as county commanders and regional commanders are people we want to train to be leaders, to be managers, to mentor people, to have relations with the police officers they manage, so that they can grow the young officers who join the service when they are very young, to understand that they don't have to kill each other when they don't agree on a relationship. That is part of what we have. We have a huge program. Recently, we launched the Policing Reform Consultative Forum. These days, we do not wait for civil society to look for us. We sit together at the same table, and I have already invited my colleagues who are here from civil society that I'm happy to have a meeting with you as soon as possible. We take in your contributions, the objective being moving our country to the next level. It is not right to live the way we are living right now. And true, as Honorable Esther Pasari said, we don't want to be known as a society that butchers its people, that butchers its girls, that kills its women, because it is primitive, it's barbaric. Let's not dress it in language. You know, murdering women and killing children is a very primitive thing. It's an animal way of life. We can't live this way. But I want to ask you, my brothers and sisters, tonight, that we have a hell lot of work that we need to do beyond even the criminal justice system and what we are going to do. We need to invest, all of us, in our energies and resources, in working with structures of governance to improve our livelihoods. One, I would like us to have conversations, for example, with county government structures across the country. I can confess to you, the war we are having in the country now, fighting the consumption of illicit brews and drugs, is defeated completely because most county governments, because they're interested in revenue, they're licensing everyone to sell liquor. I did not know that even in villages, in people's homes in villages, people would be licensed to sell beer. You don't need to go far. Drive